Dear student of class 8, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I hope you will be fine and have enjoyed your Eid holidays. Dear students, today we are going to start the revision of the subject of history from chapter number 2 named The Rise of Imperialism and Colonialism. Dear student, in this chapter, first we shall discuss the concept of imperialism or colonialism. After that, we will switch over to the causes of World War I and its impacts. Later on, we shall study about World War II, how it got started, what were its main reasons. Then we will move over to the United Nations Organization and its main organs. And in the end, we shall discuss different system of governments. So this is the summary of chapter number 2. Now let's start with the concept of imperialism or colonialism. When a big or strong country occupies or captures the other area or areas, imposes its ideology or system on the occupied area, and uses its resources against the will of the people living there, is called imperialism or colonialism. The country occupies the other areas is called the imperialistic state or imperialist state, and the areas occupied by the imperialist state is called its colony. So this is the concept of imperialism or colonialism. Now coming to the World War I. World War I started because of the dispute between Austria-Hungary and Serbia, as a Serbian nationalist killed the heir of Austrian throne, Archduke Ferdinand. Germany was the first country to declare war, as it insisted upon Austria-Hungary to fight against Serbia. So this local issue became the international conflict in the history as World War I. This war started in 1914 and involved many countries in Europe, Russia, USA, and even the Middle East. The countries involved in the war were divided into two groups. Number one, Central Powers or the Axis forces consisted of Germany, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Turkey. The second group, Allies or Allied forces, consisting of United Kingdom, France, Russia, Japan, Italy, and in 1917, USA also joined that group. Now, effects of the World War I. In fact, the Industrial Revolution created hatred among the European countries like France, England, and Germany to gain control on foreign territories for selling their goods. The word main, M-A-I-N, main, describes the causes of World War I as terminology. M stands for militarism. Militarism was the first cause of World War I. In fact, European countries were afraid of the tension growing between them. As a result, they decided to increase their military forces and weapons of war. Special factories were set up to manufacture high quality warfare for future war. The second important reason was alliances. Right. Countries of the world made groups or alliances with one another so that in case of attack on one, the allied countries would come to its defense. The third important cause of the World War I was the imperialism. That was the third important cause of the World War I. Before the war, many European countries had occupied the foreign territories to gather power and wealth or resources in Asia and Africa. So, this imperialistic design became the main reason of conflict among them. The last important cause of the World War I was the nationalism. In fact, the French Revolution and the conquest of Napoleon promoted the ideas of nationalism and democracy in Europe. Many people in Europe became nationalists, believing to share the same race, language, and political ideas had a right to form an independent political state of their own. Now come to the effect of World War I. The World War I had great effects. New methods, technology, and machineries were introduced in the war, like tanks, guns, aircrafts, submarines, radio, telephone, which made the warfare more dangerous and complex. Chemical weapon was also used in the war. Germans released poisonous chlorine gas in France on Allied troops, which killed many people. Trench warfare was developed, in which men stayed in the trench to save themselves from the enemy bullets. But when the bomb hit the trench, the entire platoon expired. So, this is the first topic we discussed as a revision of chapter number 2. So, read this topic at home, and if you have any, you can say doubt, you can ask me for this. Thank you, student. Have a nice day.